guys, welcome back to my channel, Board Games in a Minute. So I know it's not a Monday and this is not a weekly playback video, but I decided to shoot a midweek video to show my Essen haul, because if I waited until the weekly playback, then that video would be like 4 hours long, and I have no desire to shoot a 4-hour long video and edit a 4-hour long video. So I'm just gonna post some quick photos right now of the games that I'll be showing. So the first photo is all review copies, meaning which I did not pay for them. Then the second photo is games that I was able to purchase at a discount because I'm a content creator. And then finally, the last photo is games that I paid full price for, which includes pre-orders and Kickstarter pickups. And it also, the last photo includes Forestry, which I did not pay for, but that was my Spiel Essen trade for this year. And I'll explain when I get to Forestry what that means if you guys don't know what that means. So I guess it's free, but I kind of worked for it. Okay, so let's just get started with the haul. Oh, one more note, this is not going to be in any specific order. There's like a shit ton of games and I'm just going to pick up what's closest to me and show them, and hopefully I'll get to all of them. Okay, let's begin. So I don't know if you can see it, but I'm wearing a sweater with a ghost on it that says "Hey Boo" on it. And I'm doing that because Halloween is on Friday, which is my favorite holiday. And one of the games I'm going to be talking about and showing to you guys right now is Ghost Lift. So this was a very sought after game at Spiel Essen. This is from the same publisher that did Nokoso Dice, which is a trick-taking game. However, this is a card shedding game. I did play one game of this, a 5-player game, which I really enjoyed, but this is for, I believe, up to 6 players, so 2 to 6, but highly recommend playing at a higher player count. I don't think this would be enjoyable at a lower player count. So the reason that I really wanted this game was because of the artwork. Like, look at that amazing artwork. So it reminds me of Edward Gorey. So I'm not going to talk about how it plays in this video, but if you want to know how it plays, then definitely tune in to Monday's weekly playback. But for now, I'll just show you some of the cards. And some of them are upside down, so let me just get them the correct way up. Okay, I think that will make all of the cards the correct way up. Okay, so just look at that amazing artwork. Just absolutely love it. I'm trying to find the, yeah, there's a doggy ghost. So yeah, just really absolutely love the artwork and the theme of this game, like ghosts in elevators, like how freaking cool. Here is the back of the card. Very, very cool. And then there are a bunch of ghost tokens. So you're going to have 6 tokens of each number that appears in this game. And again, I'll explain why when I talk about how this game plays in my Monday video. But let me just pop out one of these ghost tokens if I can. They're kind of just really hard to get out. Oh my God. Okay, so here's an example. So on one side, you'll see the white ghost. And then on the other side, you'll see the ghost when its eyes are like bleeding, and yeah, it's green. And again, I'll explain why when I talk about how this game plays when I get to that. So yeah, so that is Ghost Lift, and they were releasing only about 50 copies a day. So I went on, which day did I go on? I think it was Saturday morning to get a copy, and then I was able to go Sunday morning again to buy my friend a copy because it was 1 per limit. So my friend who did not have an exhibitor's pass and could not get into the halls early would not be able to line up early enough to be able to get a copy of this. So since I did have an exhibitor's pass and could enter the halls early, I lined up to get her a copy as well on Sunday. So yeah, this was 1 per person and it was only 20 euros, which is a great deal for this game. So yeah, this was highly sought after at Essen. The next game I'll show is one that I was really after, and I have a really embarrassing, stupid story related to this game, and that is Daydream. And the designers of this are Anthony Perrone and Benoit Turpin. And Benoit Turpin, correct me if I'm wrong, is the designer of the Welcome to Roll and Write games, Flip and Write games. So I really, really wanted this game, and it appeared on the Spiel Essen app twice. And the day that I decided to go get this game, so I'll tell my story first, and then you can skip ahead if you want when I start showing the components. But the day I wanted to get this game, I decided to go to the Asmodee booth, which was like in hall 6 or something like that. It was like the German Asmodee booth with a super long line, and by the time you get to like the entrance to where they're selling all their games, it's kind of like a maze, and as you're going through the maze to the winding line through to the checkout counters, you can pick up the games as you're going along because they have them all stacked up and in shelves, and then you get to the checkout counters and you can pay. So I waited in this super long line because it said that they had this game. And it was all German, by the way. This is a whole German store, Asmodee German store. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, well, maybe they'll have an English rule book, so I'll just wait till the end. And the Asmodee employees were super unhelpful. Like, I'd be waiting in this really long line and be like, I wanted to double check with them. I was like, oh, do you guys have the game Daydream? And I was like, it's on the app. It shows that you have it at this booth. And they're like, I don't know. So finally, I'm like, okay, maybe it's towards the end, like near the checkout counter. And by the time I get to the checkout counter, I think I had spent like 45 minutes in this stupid line with all these German games around me, and they didn't have the game. And I was so angry. So then I'm just like, whatever. So then I start scrolling through the app, and I see the other entry for this game at another booth, and it says English under it. And I'm like, shit, that's where I should have gone to begin with. So I immediately go there, and there's no line. It's at the Disto booth. No line, was able to purchase the game. So I wasted 45 minutes in line for nothing. But oh my God, this looks so amazing, and I just cannot wait to play it. I'm definitely going to play it solo. So I got an English copy of the rule book because I think the actual rules are in French or something. So again, this is a roll and write game. So it comes with purple markers. Like I said, this game is just made for me. I mean, purple and pinks. It comes with these cloud-shaped erasing cloths, one for each player, it looks like, and 2 purple dice. I got this little button pin. Like, how cute is that? Oh my God, so freaking cute. The seller also gave me a postcard. How super cute. And then it comes with the player boards, and how many are there? Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dry erase player boards, which are double-sided. And look at how freaking amazing that looks. Like, I just cannot wait to play this game. I think I'm gonna play a solo game of it tonight. Like, I am just so freaking excited. Oh, actually, the 2 sides are different. On the one side, there's a constellation. On this side, there's a moon with a window with moons. But oh my God, I'm just so freaking excited to play this. It's just so freaking gorgeous. So yeah, so this was really high on my list. So I'm glad I was able to get it, despite me having wasted 45 minutes in a line that did not have it for no reason. So yeah, so that is Daydream from Disto. I think it's called Disto Studio. Yeah, oh, just gorgeous. And the box feels so nice. Okay. So got that. I'm just gonna like shove games to the back of my table. The next game was in French, I believe, but I got the English rules, and this is a game that I had pre-ordered, and that is the Last Droids. So just really excited for this. And this is from Blue Cocker Games. The box looks like this. So the box, I already like punched out a bunch of these games, but here are some player boards. And then you have, I didn't actually open the cards yet, but you have like these cardboard tokens, a bunch of those, and then some smaller tokens. And then this is really nice. Like, you can pull out this whole little resource tray, like, and it fits so nicely. Like, it's a really, oh shit, I didn't put back the elevator in Ghost Lift. Oh, oops, my bad. Okay, I will do that in a second. So yeah, so this is a game that I picked up that I'm really excited to play. They did it like this because you can actually put the cards in here and just pull them out as you're playing. So that's why the box has this like kind of like missing part to it. And yeah, and I did receive the English rules as well. Super excited to play this. This looks like a game that I would really enjoy. So yeah, so that is another game I picked up. Let's see. And again, you know, you can refer back to the photos about which ones I paid for, but so far all of the ones I've showed, I've paid for full price. Here is another game that I paid for full price, and that is Evergreen, the Cherry Blossoms expansion. I won't open this up, but I'll just show you from the back the components. I really, really love Evergreen. I think it's such a great game. It's an evergreen game, in my opinion. So yeah, so really excited to play this, and with the expansion, and because I bought that, I was able to get this year's Similo, board game Similo 2025. Let me see if I can just open this up. Ugh, it's got stickers on it. Come on. I should have had scissors with me here because there might be stuff that I need to open up. Okay, after I show this, I will pause the video recording and make sure I pick up some scissors. Oh, God, there's 2 freaking stickers on this. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this open so I can show you which board games are in it. But basically, these promotional Similos that you can get for free if you purchase a qualifying game, they feature, and of course there's plastic. They feature games that are going to, oh no, and it's the kind that I just can't open easily. Oh wait, maybe my late, okay, never mind, I got it. So they feature games that will be new or available at Essen, which is really cool. So it's not like I actually play with them, I just like them for the artwork of the board games. So this is this year's Similo. Ooh, what's this one? Scream. Huh, I wish I knew what game that was. I would have picked it up. That looks really cool. Ooh, really, ooh, I did pick up Echoes of Time, which I'll show in a little bit. Covenant! Oh, that's amazing. This is so cool. I just love seeing all the board game artwork. Oh, I picked up that game last year. Or the year before, actually, maybe it was. I think it was the year before, actually. So yeah, just really cool to see all the freaking board games that are like being released. Just really awesome. It's just a nice little collector's item, I think, and can be like a nice like little memory like thing, like memorable like thing to like look at and then remember your Essen experience. So that is really nice. And then they include these cards which show all the board game publishers that the board games that are in this box are from. So I was able to get this, and I think I got it the first 2 years I went to Essen as well. So we'll plan on getting one every year I'm at Essen because it's just a really nice little collector's item. And that was free. Okay, the next thing that I paid full price for is the expansion to Galileo Galilei, which was my #1 game of last year, which I picked up at Essen and absolutely loved. So I did not punch out the boards yet, but I'll just show them to you. So I believe the American publisher of Galileo Galilei is Capstone. So I believe Capstone will localize it in the US. So you'll just have to wait for it if you were not at Essen. Ooh, look at the backs of those. So nice. So this is the Luna expansion. So of course I believe it has to do with moons, which is very, very cool because I freaking love the moon. And then there are some more Inquisitor tokens, it looks like. Or I think the Inquisitors did not look like that, actually. I think the Inquisitors were just small red tokens, if I remember correctly. And a few cards, which I need to sleeve because I do believe I have my copy of Galileo Galilei sleeved because I absolutely love this game. Okay, so that is a game that I picked up at full price as well. So now I have a review copy to show, which I did not open yet. So I guess I'll just open it up a little bit right now. And that is Betwixt and Between from All or None Games. So this is a review copy that I got from them. And they were also really generous enough to donate a brand new copy of Cat Packs to my fundraiser, which is taking place on November 8th, my raffle fundraiser to raise money for a cat rescue organization. But now that the plastic is off, I can show you the cover a little bit better because that is freaking gorgeous. So I won't show everything, but there are all these like gems in here, so I don't know how it plays. There are these player tokens. So this seems like this is some kind of a game, like I think it said worker placement if I remember correctly, or something like that, but also narrative driven if I remember correctly, which sounds very interesting. So let's see this board. Ooh. And this is the same publisher as not only Cat Packs, but Hidden Ark, which was a really good game, which I received a review copy of from them at Essen in 2023. So looking forward to playing this. I think the designer, Tobias, he does amazing games, and I'm just really looking forward to playing this as well. So let's just stick everything back in the box because I'm not going to open up everything because then I would be here forever. But I did unbox a lot of stuff already previously to beginning shooting this video, which I did the other night. Okay, so that was a review copy of Betwixt and Between. And then from the same publisher, I picked up my pre-order of my Kickstarter cat packs, the Meow Resort expansion, and then I always get the new playmat whenever they have a new playmat as well, so I have way more playmats than I need for this game because the player count has not increased for the game. But now I think I have like 5 or 6 playmats for this game. Okay, so moving on. Now I will go to my Spiel Essen trade, and what that means is when you work for a publisher, there's this tradition that you can take a game from the publisher you worked for and try to trade it for a game that you want from another publisher. So last year we were able to trade Navoria, Explorers of Navoria, plus the expansion. And what did I get in last year's trade? Oh yeah, I got 2 small games from Looping Games. I got 1980 Sixtina and Around the World in whatever days, which was their flip and write or roll and write game. So this year, my trade, I was in some boxes got damaged in transit, including this one. But this year, I was able to get Forestry from Pink Troubadour for my trade. So traded Explorers of Navoria with the expansion for Forestry, including the promo characters. So I'm really glad I was able to get this in a trade because though I really wanted some of the other games from Pink Troubadour, which we'll get to in a little bit, I didn't really feel inclined to want to pay for this because though the theme sounds kind of interesting, the artwork was just really boring me. So I didn't want to pay for it. So I'm really glad I was able to get it in a trade, honestly. So here I'll just show an example of a player board. So I believe that these open up. Yep. And so I'll just show you the different characters that you can play as. So again, the artwork, just not a fan of the artwork, but it's just, you know, very like kind of realistic artwork. Like, I just don't like the way these characters look, so whatever. So let's see, we've got this board. And again, it's Capstone that will be bringing this to the US, and I believe you can already pre-order it because I believe a friend of mine actually pre-ordered this game already. And then I'll just show you the punch boards. So this game is about cutting down trees to build furniture and whatnot with them, but also you have to plant trees. So it's about sustainability, which I do enjoy the theme of this game for that reason. So I think the theme is great. And I guess the promo is another character board. So the theme I enjoy because of the sustainability and all of that. And then there's a bunch of cards, which I'm not going to show. So this was my Essen trade this year, which I am very happy with because again, I did not want to pay for this, but it seems like it will be a good game, though I am not a huge fan of the artwork. So let's see what else. I guess I'll just stick with Pink Troubadour and finish it off with a game that I received at a discount, and that is Pondscape. So this is one of the games that I got at a content creator discount. They handed this to me, which I think goes with this game, but it doesn't really fit in the box. And this is also designed by Thomas Holek, who is the same designer as, and then there's just a bunch of cards with really pretty froggy pond artwork. So this is the same designer as Galileo Galilei and Tea Garden, which are 2 games from last year's Essen, which I absolutely loved. Oh, and he also did City, of course. The last game I got from Pink Troubadour is, where is it? Because I want to show that next if I can. Oh yeah, here it is. Here, let me just move these out of the way first. Here, okay. Pilgrims. This was really high on my list, so really happy to pick this up. And again, I got this one at a discount as well, a content creator discount. So this is designed and illustrated by Radim Jurda, and I recently learned on Facebook that he, I guess, is the same designer as Machinarium, which is a computer game, which I actually have on my iPad that I have never solved because I have no clue what the heck I'm doing in it, but I just really, really like the graphics and art and stuff. Yeah, so here is the board. And then I will show you some of the components. There's a lot, so I feel like there's a lot, but here are the different character boards. Unfortunately, purple is for solo play. And then the backs, I don't know, maybe that's for scoring, which is kind of interesting. Then there's a whole bunch of different cards. So I'll just show you some of the cards. So here are some item cards, I guess. So just really love the aesthetic of this game. The aesthetic is just really cool. And then there's like a bunch of different other cards. Like, I guess there's like these, let me just show you. So there's like level 1 and level 2 cards, whatever that means. I don't know. Okay, upside down. But like, look at that artwork. Oh my God. Just so freaking cool. And then there's even more cards, another whole stack of cards, which I'm not going to show because I want to just show the other components. So here are the solo mode player components. And these are bags that I provided myself. And I love how the character meeples are double-sided, screen printed on both sides. So you see the front of the character on one side and the back of the character on the other. It's just very cool. And then there are these tiles. Oh, maybe these are just player aid tiles. And then there's some of these that got mixed in here. Let's see. And then there's a bunch of these, which I don't know what they are, but there's a bunch of those. And then finally, some clover tokens and a sun, which I'm guessing is either first player marker or a round marker or something like that. So yeah, super excited to play this. This just looks really cool. And was really high on my wish list for Essen. So again, I purchased this at a discount from Pink Troubadour. Moving along, the next game is just a review copy that I received from Pink Flamingo Games. Oh, that's funny, Pink Troubadour, and now, or Smart Flamingo. Damn it, it would have been cool if it was Pink Flamingo. It's Smart Flamingo, but okay, close enough. So this is a review copy I received, and it's called, the English title was like Wedding Seating, or I don't know what it was, but it's just a game about, it's a 2-player game about seating guests at a wedding table. It just includes 2 little meeples, a couple of cards, not many cards actually, guest cards, and then a player board for each person. And that's the table that you are trying to seat guests at, I guess. So I received this, and from the same publisher, I received another review copy, which is called Oh Crab. This has really cute, like beachy themed artwork to it. It's about crabs escaping the kitchen who are about to be cooked, and I guess they're just trying to make it out alive, which I appreciate the theme because I do not believe in eating crabs or lobsters because the way that they are boiled alive is just horrendous and just really, really horrific. So yeah, it includes a bunch of these like tiles. I don't know how to play this, but I don't know how to play any of these games really. So it includes a bunch of these like little seashell tokens. And then I'll just show you the inside, like the different crabs with their different facial expressions, which are cool. And then some cards. So let me just show you the cards. Just really cute artwork. You know, this is a game I might enjoy playing once or twice. I can't foresee it maybe staying in my collection a long time, but who knows? Maybe it'll surprise me and maybe it'll be like the most amazing game ever. You just never know. So we'll see. So this is a review copy I received from this publisher. I had covered a game of theirs for Kickstarter called something with treat in the name, some kind of Halloween game. I don't remember now exactly. Okay, so here's another game I received at a discount, which I was really interested in, and that is Countryside from DLP Games. And this is all pencil artwork, which they then scanned into high resolution images. It's just really gorgeous. I just got a quick explanation of it when I was just standing around watching. So here are some different player components and different pretty colors. There should be one more set. There's just a bunch of different cards with beautiful pencil artwork again, just really, really beautiful pencil artwork. And then there are these things. I think you have to like assemble these, but the player boards look like this. And this is a worker placement game, or action selection game in which each person has their own board and you are selecting your actions on your own player board, which is interesting. So yeah, so really looking forward to playing this, and it does have a solo mode, but I'm not sure if the solo mode is like beat your own score or exactly what it's like. But yeah, really looking forward to playing this at some point. So that is a copy that I picked up at a discount. Another game, let's go to Tea Garden, the expansion, and this I paid full price for from Aldi Games because I love Tea Garden. So we have this board, a bunch, let's see, we've got, I'm just gonna so I'll show you the insert. So this nice insert, I'm probably just gonna keep all the expansion stuff in the insert here in the separate box. And then I'll just show you the inside because I don't want to like hold up each and every single component, but you can see that there are these like little cardboard tiles here, some really pretty ones here. Like, look at that artwork, that is really pretty. You've got tokens that like look like this with like different things on them in different colors. You've got some meeples here, and then some cards which there's more meeples down there, and then some cards of some kind. Oh my god, I'm already tired, honestly. This is a lot. Okay, so that is Tea Garden, the expansion. And I don't know how to pronounce that. If anyone knows how to pronounce this, I would appreciate you letting me know. Okay, another game I paid full price for is Fortunes of Scoundrel Bay. And this seems like a really cool pirate game from Chili Fox Games. So let's see the inside, rule book, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff here. This is one of the games that I mostly unboxed at Essen to try to lighten the weight. A whole bunch of meeples, player tokens in different colors. So there's purple, mint green, orange, and black. There's just a whole bunch of stuff in here. I'm not going to show all of it. There's just so much. I'll just hold up the box, but like it's filled with stuff. I'm just really tired already. Oh my god. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff. So I'm not even going to hold up the board, but you can probably go on to Board Game Geek, which I know probably defeats the purpose of this video, to see all the components. I'm just tired. Okay, so I guess I'm still dealing with all my travels, which I'll talk about when I get to the experience section, because getting to Essen was, oh my god, such a pain. All right, so that is a copy I picked up. Another game that I picked up is Echoes of Time, which I got at a discount. I had this on my list, and then people from Dronda Games, which is the publisher I was working for, they played it twice on 2 of the different nights and really enjoyed it. So yeah, so once they said that they really enjoyed it, I was like, yeah, it was already on my list, and now I definitely want to pick it up. So I'll just show you the inside of the box. So nice insert. So it comes with a bunch of these tiles that look really cool with different kinds of artwork on them. I just really love the colors in this. It's so gorgeous. A player board looks like this. It's like dual layered. Like, how stunning is that? It's got a bunch of cards. But yeah, they said it's a really good, I believe, engine building kind of game. So there's more cards than I'm showing you. And then some of these cards, whatever those are. And then a bunch of different tokens. And then just some player cubes. But that is essentially it. So actually not too many components in here. So thank God for that. So again, this I picked up at a discount. Let's see, moving on. I guess I'll just show some small stuff. I had backed the game Coney on Kickstarter, so I just picked up a promo pack of theirs for Coney, which is this small box game from this publisher that I really like, and it's called Little Rocket Games, and I picked up a couple of things from them. So I picked up an expansion to Hens, which is the first game I ever played from Little Rocket Games, which I really loved. And this is Italian Breeds, which is just a really cool set collection kind of game with chickens that you're trying to organize in a certain way to score the most points, but you're also producing eggs and stuff like that. So some other games I picked up from this publisher are Crops and Lodge. So really excited to play these 2 little games. They don't seem like a lot. Yeah, So, you know, they just seem like little small box games, just like nice little filler games. So excited to play these. Lodge is from the same designer who did Urban Sketchers. He actually had commented on my video. I tried picking up Urban Sketchers, my previous video, the Spiel preview video, and I tried picking up Urban Sketchers. I went the first day, it hadn't even arrived. And then I kind of forgot about it. And then by the end of Essen, I heard that it had arrived, but then sold out. So I guess I missed out on that. So I'll just have to wait until it comes to the US, I guess. Two things that I paid full price for that I had pre-ordered are the Castle Combo expansion and then a Faraway expansion. I still don't have the first Faraway expansion, which I really need to get. It is one of my most played games on Board Game Arena. Another game that I paid full price for, which kind of was in high demand, is Snow Colony. And this is another one that got damaged in transit. Eek. So this is from a Japanese publisher. I believe it's Japanese. So of course they gave the English rulebook, and you have this board that you will put together, and then player boards. They look like they come with two different components. So I'll just show you this one. So each person will have two different components for their player board, and I believe it plays up to 5. Yeah. And then you'll have your components that look like this, your penguin and your little ice huts, or whatever they're called. God, what are they called? They're not called ice huts. Igloos. So yeah, different components. It comes with this cute little, I think, dice tray. That's cute. These penguins are so freaking tiny. Like, I think I'm gonna need to buy like substitute penguins because they're just so freaking tiny. I can totally foresee these getting lost and just knocked all over the place. Dice, and then just a bunch of cards and stuff, which I'm not going to show because I'm so freaking tired. Okay, so let's move on. Sorry, I know this is like probably the worst haul video ever because I just like am not showing everything in detail because I'm tired. Okay. Another review copy that I received is not one that I wanted, but they didn't have the games that I wanted. I wanted Pinched and I wanted Tenby from Mighty Board, but they were all out and she didn't save me any review copies. So hopefully I can get them at the end of November, but she did give me a review copy of Red North, which the designer just happened to be there. So I got it signed by him while I was there. So hopefully it's a good game because he actually added my name in it as well, so not really sure I could even you know, get rid of it someday. Well, I suppose I could donate it somewhere. I don't know if anyone would actually want to buy a copy after I review this with my name in the box, but yeah, I saw some people playing it. It looked like they were having fun actually. So it's a Viking themed game, so hopefully it's better than this other Viking themed game that I got like 2 years ago from Essen, which I can't remember the name of, which is like some push your luck game, which just did not end up being a huge fan of. So hopefully this is not like a push your luck game that just goes on and on forever. So yeah, so this is a review copy which I received. Another review copy which I received at Essen and the box got damaged. It got really like pushed in here. Is Wispwood from CGE Games. And I'm actually looking forward to playing this, I hope, on Friday during Halloween because it has jack-o'-lanterns in it. And as with all CGE games, no insert, just a bunch of bags. So it did come with the cat promos, so I don't know which ones are the promo cats and which ones are not, so I'll just hold up a few. But you had to like fold these over. On one side there's like a cat like peering out of a tree or something, and then on the other side you can see the full cat. Like, just very cool. So there's a bunch of these like little cat tokens, which I'm assuming are player tokens. That's what I'm gonna assume, but there's a whole bunch of them. And it plays up to only 4, but maybe each person has multiple cats. I don't know, but I would like to think that these are some kind of player tokens. Then we've got some of these tokens, whatever those are, and then a bunch of these tiles. And that's where you can see the jack-o'-lantern. So yeah, so maybe a Halloweenish game. I don't know. There's some cards, like a scoring pad, and then some other stuff. I guess this needs to be punched out. I didn't punch this out, whatever that is. So yeah, I would like to play this on Friday, which is Halloween, because I have one of my regular game nights on Friday. So I was happy to receive a review copy of this from CGE. So thank you to CGE for that. Another review copy which I received from the designer and the publisher, and I met him and had a nice little chat with him. He is a very cool guy, currently living in Indonesia, and that is Simon Schmider, and that is Durian Smuggler. So yes, picked up this little review copy from him, and he also gave me this cool postcard, which notice the pink backpack, which I absolutely love. So very inclusive and definitely making a statement, which I love. So yeah, check out these cards. It just looks very cool. So I guess you're trying to smuggle durian. Because durian, if I'm thinking of the right fruit, smells terrible. So actually a lot of hotels in Asia will forbid you from eating durian in the hotel. My favorite Asian fruit, I mean, I have a lot of favorite Asian fruits, but one of my favorite absolute favorite Asian fruits is jackfruit, which reminds me, I had bought some fresh jackfruit a couple weeks ago, which I don't think I ate, and I don't know if it's gone bad or not. I'll have to check my fridge later. I was planning on making a jackfruit smoothie because I love jackfruit, damn it. Anyway, another review copy I received is River Rats. This is just a regular deck of cards, but has like a game in it that is just not one of your traditional card games, so I'm just not going to open it, but it has cool rat artwork. Another game which I received at a discount is Walking in Osaka. Like, I really enjoyed Walking in Burano. So this looks really pretty. Just look at that, just so pretty. It's got some like little cardboard tokens and meeples, but let me just show you these cards because they are beautiful. Yeah. So really looking forward to playing this. So thank you to the publisher for giving this to me at a discount. And it comes with some really pretty tiles as well. So yeah, so looking forward to playing this. And yes, I know that this is a lot of games. I'm already tired, trust me. Okay. Another review copy which I received is Lost Lumina, which is the game that I taught at Dronda, and I got told so many times that my explanation was really quick and really good. Like, I could explain the whole game in under 3 minutes, like how to play, how to score, everything. Yes, and I played 2 games of this while at Essen. So this is from Dronda Games, and this is my review copy. I had never played this until getting to Essen. I forgot to pick up the promo card though, damn it. But here is the board. This is a 2-player area control battle game. And then it's got cute little owl and raccoon screen printed meeples, just adorable. And then some dice, because you do use dice as well as your cards and meeples when it comes to battle time. And each of these cards has a unique ability on it, which is really cool. And I will explain how to play this in my weekly playback video if you want to watch that on Monday. Okay, moving on. I paid full price for this game. That is Amanite, and I pre-ordered this. It just looks like some kind of psychedelic mushroom game. Like, the artwork is just really interesting. Let's see, what do we got in here? We got a bunch of different mushroom tokens in this bag here. Oh, what is this? Let's see. We've got some cool looking mushroom cards. Some more cards, like just a bunch of those. Some player meeples, I guess. Is this a 2-player game? No, I see more. I see more. Yeah, just very interesting color choices. So that is Amanite. So this was a pre-order that I picked up. Another game that I got, which they only had 160 copies available at Essen, and I'll talk about how I was able to get this during my experience chat, but that is Feya's Swamp. So from Fractal Juegos, it's got really nice like spot gloss. Yeah, oh my god, I'm so tired. Okay, let's see the inside of this box. Oh, the cover is very cool. Not necessary, but cool nonetheless. There's a whole lot of stuff in this box. I'm not going to show all of it. Oh my god, I don't know why I'm so tired, but here you go. Here are some gems, some kinds of tiles, some fishy tokens. Uh-oh, some stuff came out of the baggie. Oh no. Oh no. some other kinds of wooden tokens, some player meeples, whatever these are. So there's a board, but I'm not going to get to the bottom of it because it's would require too much work at this point in time. There's some cards. Yeah, I'm not even going to open that up. Sorry, this is a really terrible video. I know, I'm just tired. So someone was very kind to be able to get this for me. And again, I'll explain during the experience part how I was able to get this. So they only had 160 copies available. So lucky that I was able to get that. Another game I paid full price for and that I had pre-ordered is Salamandra, which has a salamander on the cover. And this has a really amazing black core cardboard tiles. Like when I was punching this out, I was like, holy shit, these are nice. The black core, if you've never played a game with black core, it's just really amazing. Like they're really solid and thick and just stunning. Let's see what else is in here. There's a whole bunch of tiles in here. With pretty artwork, a whole bunch of player tokens, I'm assuming, in different colors. And then I'm assuming there's a board in here or something that you gotta like assemble, which I'm not gonna get to. Let's see, some more tiles. Yeah, I have no idea what this orange thing is. It's like kind of like foamy, and then it's got like that like suction thing. Like what is that? I have no idea. Never played a game with that in it, so no idea what that is. Yeah, so this is a game that I had paid full price for. I feel like we're getting to the end. I feel like this is a lot, but I feel like we're getting to the end, unless I like left a pile of games somewhere that I forgot about. Okay, just sliding that off. Another game I paid full price for is Viva Catrina. This is a Day of the Dead kind of game, and I have pre-ordered this. It's for 2 to 6 players, so maybe we'll play this on Friday because of Halloween. Oh my god, I just ate lunch, but I feel so hungry now. Like, what is going on? I'm just gonna take a drink. Check out my Halloween cup. It's one of my favorite cups ever. This was from Swig's Halloween collection from 2023, I believe. Sorry for the slurping. Okay, so here we go. Really beautiful, really fantastic insert. So there's a whole bunch of tiles in here. Some player token. I don't know if these are player tokens, but some of these just kind of fell out of the box. But like, yeah, just very Halloween-esque, as you can see. And there's more tiles. You know what? I'm not going to hold everything up because eventually when I play, oh, that's really cute. Because eventually when I play these games, I will be showing you all the components as I explain how to play. So maybe just to save my energy, I will not be holding up everything. When you bought this, if you bought this, it came with a tote bag with Viva Catrina on it as well. And it also came with a free poster, which I never know what to do with these posters. It's not like I ever hang them up. Okay, moving on. So another review copy I received is Monsters of Loch Lomond. I actually covered this game for its Kickstarter. However, the original copy that I had covered this game for Kickstarter with had, what's that word called? AI art. So because of the backlash of AI art, they then had a new copy, new version edition illustrated by an actual artist. So they gave me a copy of that, which was nice. Another review copy, which I didn't even ask for and had no interest in, is Dirt and Glory. I'll probably just donate this somewhere. Maybe I'll actually add this to the cat raffle fundraiser. I didn't want this. He just kind of threw it in, I guess because maybe it's not like one of their big sellers. It's from Pink Troubadour. So yeah, it just doesn't seem like a game I have any interest in. It says Dirt and Glory is an adrenaline pumping card game set in a post-apocalyptic world in which speed, tactics, and a bit of luck are the keys to success. Blah, 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 blah. It is for 2 to 5 players. Yeah, so that will be a good one to add to the fundraiser, I think, even though that was not the intention. Okay, another game I purchased at full price is The Great Evening Banquet from Sashi and Sashi. And the reason I got this is because after my friend gifted me a copy of Come Sail Away, I enjoyed that game. So you know what? I was like, this, I think I might enjoy. So here are the different player components in different colors. And then it's a 4-player game. And then you have a bag with all the different guest tokens in it. Nice velvet bag, really big, so you can actually shuffle the tokens really nicely in there, which is always going to be a complaint of mine when bags are too small to do that. Some cards, and then a board. So yeah, so that is, excuse me, the Great Evening Banquet. Oh my god. I'm tired. Okay. Moving on. Another game I paid full price for is Paddy. I was really debating whether or not to pick this up, but I picked it up in the end because it just looked adorable. I mean, look at it. It's like a tile placement game where you're building it up like in the 3D structure and adding these cute animals. And Paddy, so I believe it's a Southeast Asian theme with Southeast Asian animals. So it looks just really cute. And this one, I believe, so I picked up a game from them the first year I was at Essen Islet, which I still haven't played my copy with. There goes the rule book all the way back there. I'll have to get that later. Some cards. And then, let's see, I didn't actually unbox it, so all this stuff is still in these bags. But, oh yeah, look at these, so cute. That's just an example of one of the animal tokens. Now let's see, maybe show you one of the tiles. Oh, they're on paper, it looks like. Ah. Okay, this game has pieces flying all over the place, which I will have to get later, but these are really nice. So yeah, oh shit. Okay, so very much looking forward to playing this, and then there's a board. So yeah, I'll have to pick up all the pieces that I just kind of flung around later, including the rulebook. So yes, so that is a game that I picked up. Oh no, get back in that bag. Okay, so that is a game I picked up at full price. Okay, we are getting close to the end, I think. 2 games I'll just mention, which I don't have, but I ordered. So actually one of them I ordered, and the other is going to be a review copy. So I paid for Antiques from Pythagoras. And then they are throwing in Oliva, which is the game that I really wanted. So Pythagoras, they did that small box game called Cafe, which I really loved, and then Lata last year, and now Oliva from the same designer. So Oliva will be a review copy, but Antiques is the game that I paid for. So that will be shipped to me. Am I really almost at the end? That is good, because I am so freaking tired. I can't believe it. I really thought it would be a lot longer than this. Okay, and then finally another game that I purchased at a discount is Galaxy Postman. And now I didn't even mention this when I was going through my Spiel Essen preview list. It's not a new game. This was at Essen last year, I believe, and I was kind of interested in it, but by the time I rolled around to the booth to actually purchase it, it was all sold out. Then they had a Kickstarter, maybe it was the year before last year. Then they had a Kickstarter, and I was iffy on the Kickstarter, didn't back it, and so I wasn't really paying attention to this at Essen. Our booth happened to just be across from them, by the way. So a bunch of people, not a bunch of people, a couple of people, a few people, 3 people, went over and played this game together. They demoed it from the Drama team, and they really enjoyed it. So 2 of them ended up purchasing it, and I was like, you know what, that's when the FOMO hit. So the FOMO hit, and on the very last day, within the last like half hour, I walked over and purchased a copy, and they gave me a content creator discount. So yeah, it looks really cool. It looks really big, so I'm not going to open it, but I also purchased the expansions at a discount, and the deluxe components, which I have somewhere here. Oh, there they are. So yeah, so got all of this on the very last day within like the last half hour. So yeah, and then they have some replacement boards for some stuff because there's some mistakes in the game. I think that that is it. Like, I don't think I missed anything. Wow. Okay, yeah, but it's a lot. It was a pain to bring all of this back. So now let me talk about my Essen experience. So getting there was a pain. This year I decided to drive to Toronto instead of going from my local airport then to a bigger regional US airport. and then to Germany. So this year, because if I go through a small airport to a bigger regional airport, then by the time I reach the bigger regional airport when I'm flying back from Europe, you have to collect your luggage and check it all in again and go through security again. And usually you have to do a huge terminal change from international to local, which requires a lot of walking with a shit ton of luggage. So I didn't want to do that this year. So I was like, you know what, I'll fly from Toronto. So I drove a few hours to the Toronto airport, parked my car, and it was valet parking, which is the first time I ever used valet, but on the way back, just waited a shit long time for my car, like an hour. But on the way there, it was very convenient. So yeah, so parked, and then I did not check my email before leaving home and realized that my flight was delayed. So I had a 5-hour wait in the Toronto airport, but a friend kept me company by chatting with me on Messenger, and I watched some episodes of Alice in Borderlands, blah, blah, blah. So then because that flight was delayed, I then had to get pushed back on another flight from the time I reached Munich to go to Dusseldorf. So then I had to wait 3 hours in the Munich airport. And then I reached Dusseldorf, and then from Dusseldorf took a train to the main station in Essen. And then by that time I was dead tired, so I took a taxi from the main station to the hotel. And by that time I had literally been traveling for 24 hours. From the time I left my house to the time I got to the hotel, where the Drawn team is staying, was 24 hours. But I had a dinner planned with Luke from the Broken Meeple. So I showered, got ready, went to dinner. I was dead tired, came back, was not in the mood to play games with anyone because I was so freaking tired, went to sleep. And then I was really dead tired the next day at Essen. So my first day at Essen, I had a morning shift, which went well. I was just really, really tired. And then afternoon shift, I was just really tired. What did I do Thursday evening? Oh yes, so Luke, again, was invited to the board and dice party. So a lot of publishers will have parties on Thursday or Friday night. So he was invited to the board and dice one. So I was his like tag along to that party, which kind of wish I didn't go to because there was like nothing I could eat there. So I guess they're a Polish publisher, and literally all the food like had pork on the plates, and all the forks, all the food was touching pork. And so I had to like find one plate where there was no pork on it and like just pick at some cheese and some nuts. I had my own water to drink. They had a lot of alcohol at this party, which of course I don't drink. But one person just kept on coming over, and she just kept on filling Luke's glass with wine. And I was like getting worried. I was like, hey, he's gonna be, he drove. So he drove from the UK to Essen. And I was like, hey, like he's gotta drive me to the hotel, our hotel back tonight. So like where the Dranda team is staying. So yeah, but she just kept on filling his glass with wine, but he insists that he's fine because he's from some part of England where they drink a lot, apparently. So yeah, he was fine to drive back. So that was really convenient to be able to go in a car rather than a train on the way home. But that day I ate like nothing. Like in the morning I had some kind of a pastry, and then in the evening I had some pieces of cheese and the nuts I was able to pick at this party, and that's it. So I was starving, but I was so tired by the time we got back to the hotel. I was like, no, I'm not gonna bother getting food. I'm just really dead tired. So then the next day, Friday, I luckily had the morning off, so I was able to go around and meet with some publishers, blah, 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 try to get some games. And then Friday, I don't recall what else happened. I worked the afternoon shift and I was dead tired. Yes, that's what I remember. I remember being dead tired. And there was a De Vere party Friday night, which was the second year I went to their party, and I love De Vere games. And this was exciting. Like I was really tired, but I became energized when I got to the party. And I took Luke, since he took me to the board and dice one, I was like, hey, you can tag along to the De Vere one since you were kind enough to let me tag along to board and dice. So he tagged along and I introduced him to some De Vere people, but it was so awesome because I got to meet some of my favorite designers. So I met the designer of Covenant and fangirled over him, and got a picture with him. So I'll just post the picture here. And then it was so awesome because Isra, the designer of the Red Cathedral and the White Castle and those awesome games and Flow War, he recognized me. So I was just standing there and Isra's like, hey, and I'm like, he's like, I know you. And I'm like, you know me? Like, that was just so freaking awesome. So then I was just totally fangirling over Isra, and then Shay came over and we were chatting. We were chatting a lot about Flow War, which unfortunately, you know, just did not get the attention it deserved. And we were talking about how to get it, you know, maybe republished and this and that. Just had a really nice long chat with them. So that was just really awesome. And of course I met my main contact at DeVere, and it's always a pleasure to see him, Matt. So that was really nice. And then we left because Friday night was going to be our Team Dronda pizza party and game night at the hotel. So instead of going out to a restaurant like we did in previous years with Dronda, we always had bad service, really slow service. So this year they decided just order a freaking ton of pizzas and play games in the hotel lobby, which was so much fun and much preferable to going to a restaurant where you wait forever for food and, you know, you're sitting on one end of the table and can only chat with a few people and can't chat with everyone at the other end. So yeah, so as we were leaving, I ran into David Turgsley. So again, Luke was kind enough to drive, so I ran into David, and that was really nice to see him. And we were reminiscing about how many years ago we met, because I met David a long freaking time ago in London. So it was really nice to catch up with him, even though it was just while we were walking out of the convention center at night, when it's really cool walking through the convention center when there's like no one there. Like, it's the best part, honestly, being in the convention center when no one's there. So that was Friday, and then we got back to the hotel, and pizzas hadn't arrived yet. So we only stayed at the DeVere party for like an hour or something like that. And then we waited for pizzas, and that's when we played Ghost Lift and just had a really nice time with everyone on the Dronda team, just hanging out in the hotel lobby. Oh, and I forgot to mention, at Board and Dice, I had a nice long chat with Chris from the Dice Tower. Seems like a really nice guy. What's his name? Tom Vassell was kind of avoiding me. So there was one night I was at because the Dice Tower was staying in the same hotel as us. And if you watch my weekly playback videos, you'll know that Tom Vassell unfriended me a few months ago because of all the stuff I was posting about the genocide of the Palestinians. So he kind of was avoiding me. So there was one point where Chris and I got onto the elevator at our hotel, and we were having a nice chat. We were laughing, and Tom's about to get on the elevator, and then he sees us and kind of backs off. And I'm like, okay, like, I don't bite, Tom. Like, I know you unfriended me, but I'm not gonna like bite your head off. Like, okay, but whatever. But I did, you know, see him in passing here and there, but didn't chat with him, obviously, because he obviously was avoiding me. So yeah, so that was Friday night. Then Saturday, what happened Saturday? Again, I had a morning shift, and then I know I was so dead tired. Oh yeah, so Saturday I was really dead tired. So I have an annual tradition at Essen, which this is the third year of this tradition, to meet one of my good friends. Her name is Viola. She's actually a content creator on Instagram. I'll just post her username up here. I just love her and her husband so freaking much. So they live in the Netherlands, and they drive to Essen every year. And so this was our third year meeting up for dinner. And every year we meet up at the same restaurant that I drive Luke to, in fact, Arabesque, which is an Arab restaurant. And we sit, eat food, and chat, and it's always such a pleasure meeting Viola and her husband at Essen. I just love them so much. They are the most amazing people, and, you know, they have, I think, 5 kids in total, and they are the most amazing parents. Like, anyone would be lucky to have them as parents. Like, they are just such wonderful people. So honestly, like, the biggest highlight of Essen is always just catching up with her. I just love her so freaking much, and her husband. So yeah, so we had a nice dinner at Arabesque, and yeah, it was just really nice to see her. But we were all so tired. So she was like, hey, I want to leave the convention hall early. Are you down for that? And I was like, yes, please. So we left at like, I think we decided at 5 something to leave, but I had to go back to Dronda booth and pick up a bunch of games. And then I had another friend of mine, John Manker from Ion Games. He helped me carry all my stuff to meet Viola. And then we had to walk to her car. So it was really nice of John to do that, because I was just so freaking tired, and I had a box of games and stuff to carry. So yeah, so dinner was really nice. And then when we got back to the hotel, I think that night I played another game with one of the new people who was working for Dronda, and they are really awesome. So it was really fun to play a game with them. We played a 2-player game called Compile. Not really my cup of tea. It's kind of like a line battler game for 2 players, but it was fun to learn and play with this new person who it was their first year on the Dronda team. So that was really nice. Then what else? Now we come up to Sunday. So Sunday, super duper tired. I had an afternoon shift. Sunday morning, I still got up early though because I had to go get a copy of Ghost Lift for my friend Viola since she did not have an exhibitor's pass and those sell out really quickly. So really, unless you have an exhibitor's pass, you were not going to be able to get a copy of Ghost Lift, unfortunately. So I got her a copy of that and then I just chilled. Like had such an easy day on Sunday. I wandered around the artist alley a little bit on Sunday and picked up some cute little things. I picked up some charms and some cute magnets from the artist alley. Those were the only non-board game things I purchased at Essen. What else did I do on Sunday? Relaxed on the Geek and Sun couch for quite some time. So I just love how they're at conventions with their yellow sofa because it's a really nice sofa and it's just nice to stop and sit somewhere because it's really hard to find space to sit anywhere at Essen unless you're demoing a game. You're just on your feet all the freaking time and it's exhausting. It's so freaking exhausting. So yeah, and then what did I do Sunday? Oh yeah, so then we decided to go out as a team to dinner. So almost all the team went. I think one person stayed behind. So we went out to this Asian fusion kind of restaurant that serves like Japanese, Vietnamese, and Thai food and all of that good stuff. The walk there ended up being a little bit longer than I'd like, and I was so tired and so hangry, like hungry and angry, hangry. So then we sat down and ordered our food. Food was really good. Yeah, and then by the time we got back to the hotel, it was so late, and this is Sunday night, so then I had to pack all my stuff into the bags, try to make everything fit. Didn't get to bed until like close to 1 in the morning and had to get up really early the next day for my flight. So it was just really dead tired. Did not even take a shower that night. So I was showering in the evenings while at Essen, and I was like, screw that. I'm not going to take a shower. I'll just take a shower when I get back home in the USA. So then I woke up early the next day for my flight and everything at the airport was fine. My luggage was overweight. And of course, I always have to pray that they take my luggage and don't tell me to throw things out because it's overweight. Because in the USA, they would totally do that. Like the USA is just overly strict about everything. And they would be like, nope, this is overweight. You got to throw stuff out. And yeah, I wasn't really prepared to throw out board games. But I did have an overweight piece of luggage and I had to check in an extra bag because on the way there, I had one big suitcase with an all-play board game bag stuffed into it. And that was it. And then I had my carry-on with all my clothes and toiletries and stuff. So what else? So yeah, I checked in 2 pieces of luggage, one which was I had to pay extra for, and it went all the way to Toronto, which was nice. When I reached London airport, so I had a layover, so flew from Dusseldorf to London, had a layover in London, but unfortunately really had no time to relax. Like by the time my plane landed, they said that the other flight was starting to board. I had to run like hell for my other flight, and I didn't even get a chance to eat at Dusseldorf, and now I didn't get a chance to eat in London. I have a cramp in my abdomen right now, so I didn't get to eat there either. So I just ran like hell, got on the plane, managed to get on the plane, and luckily, you know, I was served food on the plane, so that was enough for me. And the food was fine. It was vegetarian, Asian cuisine, fine. And then I reached Toronto, and then when I reached Toronto, the valet took like an hour to get to me with my car. If they didn't take an hour, I would have reached home by 8 p.m. if they hadn't taken an hour. But anyway, I got home by 9 p.m., showered, and then just went to sleep because I was so tired. And I think that is my Essen experience. I will say that like the best part of Essen is really just seeing everyone that you have come to know and love. So I think that the Dronda team is just so wonderful, and they're just the nicest people and just wonderful to work with, and I just love seeing them every year. So I'm really fortunate that, you know, back in 2023 when Aiden posted in the UK group that they needed one more volunteer for Essen, that I just kind of was like, hey, maybe I can make this happen. I would like to come to Essen. And everyone is just so wonderful, and it really feels like you're with family. Like as Will, who is the marketing person for Dronda, says, it really feels like you're with family and not just a team. Like we joke around together, we hang out together, even when we're not working together, we'll hang out together, walk the halls together, eat lunch together, you know, do different things together. together. They're just amazing and I love them so much. And even the new people on the team this year were just really awesome and just really nice. And I hope that they will come back next year. It's nice to see familiar faces. So yeah, so you know, the Dronda team is so great because like, if you need a game and you're working one morning, someone else will go and get it for you. And, you know, people will do each other favors like that. So that's how I was able to get Feya's Swamp, because one of the other Dronda team members went and was picking up Feya's Swamp. And of course that was going to be super crowded because they only had 160 copies, which they were going to release all of them Thursday morning. And I happened to walk by Fractal Juegos when this was happening, and the mass of people just not in a line, just crowding around, just trying to get a copy of this game. It was insane. But luckily for me, and unlucky for a lot of people, they were limiting it to 2 copies per person. So that's why one of the other Dronda team members was able to get an extra copy and sell it to me, which at the price he paid for it, which was really nice, because I wasn't about to go and wait in that mass of people to try to get it. The same person, he's like my board game guardian angel, in fact, because when he went to UKGE in May, he picked up this promo card for A Friend Us for me, which is an Osprey game. So that was really nice of him to also pick that up for me and remember to bring it to Essen to give to me, because I didn't make it to UKGE this past year. And he's the same person who went and traded my Dronda game for Forestry for me. So he did me 3 separate favors. He's like my board game guardian angel. So he and his partner, just both of them were working for Dronda. They're both just really sweet people. So yeah, everyone working for Dronda, just amazing, just really nice. And yeah, it was 3 different people's first time on this team. So Luke was one of them. And then I think Luke, though, worked for Dronda at UKGE. And then 2 other people, Andrew and Fern, they were just really, really wonderful as well. And yeah, and then of course it was just nice to see the friends that I knew from the years before. So I think that that's my entire Essen experience. But yeah, like, you know, Essen would not be as enjoyable if you just go there and you just wander the halls and don't have people to spend time with and enjoy seeing year after year. Like, it's the people that really make it special. Like, if I went there and had no friends there and had no one to talk to and was just by myself, it would probably be not an exciting experience. But it's the people that really make it special, and just joking around and having fun with everyone. Like, that is the best part of Spiel Essen for sure. And now to try to get all these games played, especially the review copies and the ones that I got at a discount, I feel more obligated to play those sooner rather than later. Yeah, but I am just so dead tired still, like very tired. And I should probably go because I was just taking a break during my working day to shoot this video, and then I'll have to finish it after when I finish my working day, and I'll have to edit it later, and I'm just really tired. So I hope I didn't forget anything. Someone did ask in the other video, and I'll just post a reply to them, but I'll just mention it here, how I learned about what games were being sold at Essen was through the Spiel Essen app. So they have their own app, and you can sort it by exhibitor or by novelties, which are the new games, and you can see which hall it's in. They even have like a navigation system built within the app. So if you put in which booth you're at, you can start the navigation and it'll give you directions to the booth you need to get to, which is very helpful. Which I definitely should have used at one point because I was really lost while trying to find this one booth at one point, because sometimes it makes no sense how they're laid out. Yeah. I guess that's it. The weather was really crappy there. It was cold and rainy, and the weather here is just beautiful right now. It's just peak autumn weather right now, but then after today, I think it's going to get rainy here as well. And I'm just really dead tired now. So that is my Spiel Essen video, and sorry if it's a really crappy video. I'm just feeling really exhausted. And if you want to see what all the components of certain games look like that I did not show, then you should hop on to Board Game Geek to see those. Or wait until my weekly playback where I discuss all the games that I play in great detail and hold up components. So yeah, so let's end this video here. So I will see you guys on Monday for my next weekly playback. So until then, bye.